The things you enjoy doing are only gonna hinder you in personal development. All my life, when I was a child, especially when studying for school, my parents always motivate me. If you do this, if you do your schoolwork, you do the housework, you do the chores, you get to play 1 hour video games. You get to play do that. You get to do that thing you want. And I wanted to play that 1 hour video game so much. I did all my schoolwork. I got good grades in school. I did everything. I did everything for this 1 hour video games, or 2 hours even the weekend. And maybe as a kid that was fine, but as I've gotten older, as time has gone on, and I've just played video games more and more, and I've had control over it. I had control over this source of instant dopamine, instant gratification. It's just become too much, really, in a sense. I can't limit myself essentially. Now that I have control over, I have my own laptop, I have my own computer, I have my own PS4. Now that I have access to this thing that I've always wanted as a child. Without ever having to learn that limiting factor or learning the joys of delayed gratification or the fulfillment that comes to delayed gratification. I'm stuck in this habit where I'm doing the stuff I need to do. I'm doing my self development stuff. I'm doing my journaling, my gratitude list, my meditation. I'm doing all that stuff. But the way I'm rewarding myself for doing this stuff is so counterintuitive. This is the thing. Your rewards have to be in line with self improvement, basically. I found myself, Monday to Friday, most weeks. This past week hasn't been great. I was down bad. I was getting obsessed about a guy or something. Same shit, and that's what's going to happen because of my anxious attachment system. And every in the weekend I just fall to pieces, man. I don't know what it is. I know exactly what it is. It's just one thing. If I don't get up immediately and do that first thing I know I need to do, everything goes down from there. Saturday I was going to go for a run with my dad. I didn't go for a run because I was lazy, because I was staying up late tonight playing games, talking to people on Discord, so I stayed in bed, and I felt shit, so I stayed in bed. And because I stayed in bed, I didn't get up and take a cold shower. And because I didn't get up and take a cold shower, I didn't do my breathing exercises. Because I didn't do my breathing exercises, I wasn't in the right headspace to do my journaling properly, or to do my gratitude list, or everything else. And then everything else from there, it just feels like a drag, It just feels counterintuitive and kind of backwards in a way, I'm trying to pull myself through it rather than the momentum. This is it. This is actually it. What I'm trying to get at is momentum is so important when it comes to improvement. You've got to have things that kind of dovetail into each other. So just to explain my usual routine, Monday to Friday, I also do Saturday as well. Sundays I do take as a rest day, but maybe I could just do yoga in the mornings. Monday to Friday, I get up 5 a.m. I do an hour of weightlifting. So like Monday's shoulders, follows the neck, Tuesday's legs, Wednesday's triceps, biceps, Thursday's chest and back, and then Fridays I just do like an hour of cardio in the morning. But after all those, I always do an hour of yoga as well after all the weight sets. But that's my routine I've been doing so far. And after I do that, I immediately know what the next thing is. It's knowing what the next thing is. I immediately know, okay, time to get a cold shower. I take a cold shower, I put the thing on lukewarm, get in there, cover myself in shampoo, then whack that thing on cold, and I'm in the cold shower. And immediately after that, my mind knows, instinctually, it knows that, okay, now we'll do my breathing exercises. I'm cold, I'm doing breathing exercises, and I'll talk about another video, but yeah, breathing exercises as well. I start with the Wim Hof method. I'm doing my own now, but own version of it now. So good for sorting out the mind, and just, I think, also has that way of toning the vagus nerve and sort of getting into your parasympathetic nervous system as well. And I think there's some stuff related to like reducing heart rate, but I'll talk about that in a separate video. And then as soon as after that, I get up and do my visualization. I've got like a visualization journal. I'm going to link a YouTube video down below. Actually, no, I'll do it in a separate video about the visualization as well, because that's been a good practice I've started doing. That's really been helping me as well. And then from that, I know I've got to do journaling. And then from that, I know I've got my gratitude list. And then I've got to do my Duolingo. And then my training as well with micro expressions. And then the day from there gets a bit open, right? So about 9 o'clock, it can vary, 9, half 9, I have the time open really as well. And personally, I don't know. I've been doing SLA for a while. If you know what SLA is, it's Sex and Love Addiction Anonymous. It's kind of a 12-step program. It deals with like sex and love addiction, which is something I very much suffer for. Being an anxiously attached person, I know people can drive into the same kind of crazy frenzies that drugs essentially did. And for me, at the very least, I react very badly to kind of love and intrigue and all that kind of stuff. So I've been doing that, but I've kind of been disenchanted with the whole thing, really. And maybe this is going to get more personal, a bit off the remit of like awards and stuff like that, because I've started downloading dating apps again. I've started to put myself out there after, God, at least a few years, because of COVID and shit, like actually getting back out and trying to date and trying to see people. And this Sex and Love Anonymous things kind of just premises, they ask for complete abstinence. And maybe this is kind of a self-righteous thing, but I don't want to be abstinent, and I don't think I should have to be if I don't feel like it. Even though I know I might be a sex and love addict, at the same vein, I do just want to get out and meet people and kind of try to live a normal life. Like, I know I'm an addict. I know there's like no way in the universe I could ever use drugs successfully again, and that's fine. Like, that's not something I ever want to do. These aren't even methods. In a way, I'm grateful to be an addict because I can't use those chemicals to actually try and calm myself down or try and distract myself. You know, I have to actually do the deep work now. I've got to do journaling, meditation, gratitude lists, all those sort of things that bring me fulfillment. So I know I never even need to have to do drugs and alcohol again, and that's perfectly fine because I live a better life today than I ever did when I was using that shit in my body. You know, the highs were high, but the lows were so low. But now everything, the highs are great, and there is no low, realistically speaking. There's no fucking come down from breath work or meditation. I'll tell you what. But my rewards for good behavior, which aren't conducive, you know, instead of playing video games, I know. Here's the thing, though. What can I reward myself with? So instead of playing video games, an hour of reading is on my list as a thing to do, right? So I do an hour of reading. That's good. But I don't know. What is something I could do conducively? Maybe I'm just asking you guys. You know, what's something else I could add into my routine that I could do? Really, I've got the YouTube thing as well. This thing is on my daily habit tracker to try and get out like at least 2 YouTube videos. So yeah, try and stack them out. So I at least got a video coming out every day. I don't know. I'm just thinking, what could I be more conducive? What should I do more of then? Maybe I should do more. I guess I know I need to get out in the world. I need to be with people more. You know, I need to be more social. What's something I could do socially? I've been saying to myself, I want to get into jiu-jitsu, man, but like my financial situation isn't the greatest at the moment, so I'm not exactly up to paying for clubs, but maybe the issue isn't video games, because I try and keep that shit to the weekends, you know, but it's about getting to bed early as well, actually. My rewards aren't conducive to my progression, to my, to my self-improvement. My rewards are completely on the spectrum of instant gratification. I'm doing all these delayed gratification activities, and I'm still including instant gratification as a reward when I know it should be I'm doing all this delayed gratification activities, and then coming into the fact that I need to do a delayed gratification activity as a reward. You know, I need to go for like a walk with family or friends. Like, I'm so poisoned essentially by the dopamine in my mind, my system. You know, it doesn't take me much. Like this weekend, I was so damn bad. You know, I was just like, I was wasting so much time looking at dumb bullshit, looking at things on Wikipedia and just shit like that. Real shit I used to do back in the day because I didn't want to do the work, so I distracted myself by going on Wikipedia pages that weren't relevant to the work, but was still learning. And yeah, it's a really crazy thing, but I just do that as a way of procrastinating. I learned about something completely tangentially different, so I feel like I'm learning without actually internalizing the information or using it in any realistic way, but it's a procrastination method. Batching is a very good skill. Batching is a very good skill that Hams has talked about, and I'd 100% recommend. You know, it's doing all the tasks together. So I've got all my morning tasks. From the morning I do the training up until I do maybe the micro expressions analysis training. That's all batched together in like a 3 hour window, 3 4 hour window, pretty much. You know, it's like 10 now. So I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do, and I'm almost in a sense too scared to do it or unwilling to do it because I'm so kind of stuck in that place of just wanting to go back, wanting to go somewhere else, wanting to kind of be distracted by something rather than being actually present and here in the moment. But I'm honest with you, I'm still on the journey. I'm still playing video games. I'm still watching porn and jacking off. You know, I'm not happy or proud about it. I don't want to be doing that shit. I don't want to be. I am because I'm stuck in these behaviors because I can't. I need to separate myself from this whole thing, you know, and realize that these things are not conducive to any kind of growth, any kind of fulfillment, any kind of development. I'm still struggling against them, but I kind of just wear on the carpet because at least I'm doing these other things, so they don't cancel out really. It's not like I can do delayed gratification and the instant gratification. It's like the instant gratification is instantly gonna, well, the can't see my hands. The instant gratification is easily gonna tip those scales, you know, and essentially poisoning my mind with dopamine that's not real, not earned. You know, we earn dopamine and things like that from doing real tasks, real things in the real world. 100 years ago, that's how things were done, you know, through sports and through engagements and through real things. And now it's all virtual or online, and we're getting these dopamine hits from things that are just behind a screen. And I've said in the other video, you know, I don't actually exist, and none of you actually exist behind that screen. The screen isn't real life, and we've lived our life. I mean, Another analogy I like about thoughts, is that thoughts are essentially a screen in your mind, It's like we're watching something on a screen, you think it's real, or a VR headset, and you think it's real. But what if you do, you can notice, what I do at least, I try and notice or imagine, that screen's got a crack in it, a flaw. When I'm seeing thoughts in my head, I just imagine a crack in that screen I'm seeing. And I know it's not real. I know it's just my mind thinking thoughts that have nothing to do with me. Because your thoughts are literally nothing to do with you. And I'm noticing a real benefit of that as well. From after what Hamza said, about stepping away from your mind and just realizing, oh wait, it's having a thought. And being able to laugh at your mind and say, wow, I'm just having thoughts. Isn't that silly? That brain of mine is just having thoughts. To be able to joke with your mind like that in a kind of so liberating, not taking yourself too seriously, Life is serious apart from life is so serious, so why take it seriously, as Oscar Wilde I think once said, or something to that effect, Why do we take these thoughts so seriously? They're really not. All they're gonna do is present us with a really, I guess, tasty morsels of ideas or thoughts, the worst event you ever had, the best event you ever had, the fears of the future, the goals of the future. And now, maybe I can step back and say, visualization is a good way of utilizing thoughts. Thoughts can be very helpful, and visualization is a great way of countering limiting beliefs and past mistakes. Because if you can see your future, you can activate those centers. I don't know about magic and all those things like that, whether it's a real thing or not. I'm not going to sit and say it is or isn't, because I kind of have my own beliefs on that. I think there is a kind of force that people can tap into, and I definitely think, what, if you can manifest things through visualization as well. So I'm on the fence about magic, and I've always been interested in that kind of thing. Maybe I'll do more videos on it as I actually understand it more and more. But I'm coming at from the angle of meditation, and meditation, as far as I know, or at least in my opinion, is like magic, but on a more passive side, whereas actual magic involves, I guess, ritual and sort of, enacting things on the universe, whereas meditation kind of involves from stepping back and just accepting the universe as it is. And both, I think, realistically make a change to your mindset. This has been a really rambly video, hasn't it? I've just come off a weekend where I didn't do anything, man. I can show you my habit tracker, and it's just not looking great, Can I even flip this around? I know I can't flip out recording. But no, my habit tracker is not looking great, man. I mean, actually, I'll just do it now quickly. This is my habit tracker for the past week. Yep, I need to get a new microphone. That's not. I don't know if you guys saw that, yeah, but there's my habit tracker for the past week, basically. And yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just Friday I did everything, sure, but Saturday, Sunday, man, not great stuff, So I'm missing out on those things, And even the past week, I only got things done on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, I just slept in, man, because I was up in Discord talking to people, playing games, and while it's fun, man. While it's fun, I know I need real people in my life, not people in Discord. This is ironic considering I'm promoting Discord server to you as well, but I know it's not the one. But hey, you know what? I'm on track today. I'm doing the things I need to do. I'm feeling good. I'm aware of myself, so I'm feeling grateful, and I'm just so grateful I can talk to you guys about it. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you take care, everyone. All the best.